Hello everyone, it's me, Clayton, and I just got back from seeing Paddington 2. Now, the first Paddington film was probably one of my favorite family movies of the last few years, mainly because of its charming characters, its very fun and family-friendly tone, and how well it honors the legacy of the Paddington character. And in the sequel, it's no exception. It's pretty much everything you loved about the original, with enough twists and turns thrown in to let you know that this is a proper continuation and not just a lazy rehash. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story is that now Paddington's actually gotten accustomed to his life with the Brown family in London, and he wants to give his Aunt Lucy a present for her 100th birthday. Yes, she's lived quite a long time. Anyways, he finds a pop-up book in a nearby antique shop that costs a fortune, but when he gets enough money from his job as a window cleaner, he thinks he'll be able to give that to her so she can see London for the first time. It's always been her dream, that is. Unfortunately, a thief happens to steal the book, and Paddington is sent to prison because everyone thinks he's the one who robbed from the antique store. So it's up to the Brown family to find out who the real culprit is, and it's up to Paddington to find his way out of jail with the help of his friends. While a villain is discovered, antics ensue. It's pretty much what you'd expect from a Paddington movie, if you remember the first one. The story here does feel like a proper continuation. It doesn't feel like they rehashed a lot of the jokes from the original, and it doesn't feel like they rehashed... they didn't even rehash the villain from the original. They have a completely new one. That isn't to say that the tone isn't the same. The tone has a similar whimsical charm to it, with a lot of great humor and a lot of, polite Britishisms, as I like to call it. It's very much a family-friendly film that you should definitely bring the kids to. And the performances in the film are overall really good. All the returning actors put on very good performances. The Brown family in particular are all the members of the Brown family are great. Ben Whishaw is once again excellent in his voice acting for Paddington. He sounds exactly how I'd expect Paddington to sound. Brendan Gleeson plays a prison cook in this movie, and he's actually really funny. I think it's one of his more humorous roles. But my favorite new character is actually Hugh Grant, who plays an actor in this film. He actually plays a failing actor, and I won't spoil his role in the film, but he does a really good job with the actor's eccentricities and his overall weird way of life. Hugh Grant's actually really spot on in the role. So the CG used for Paddington and the other bears in the film is really impressive, because unlike the Smurfs films and the Chipmunks films, it's just good enough to the point where it looks like he's actually there, and it's not too realistic or too cartoony to the point where it looks bad. It has that perfect balance to the point where it fits in with the tone of the movie. Now, speaking of the visuals, there actually are a few animated sections of the film as well. They're only used for a few scenes, but they're also very well done, and they fit in perfectly with the movie as well. So, the story here is rather predictable when it comes to how it begins and how it ends, but it's not about how it begins and ends, it's about the journey. And the journey itself does happen to take a lot of turns that remain family-friendly while still being exciting. Whether it's Paddington's exploit in the prison, or the Brown family trying to find out who's the real thief, all of it feels really fun, and all the characters feel like they have developed enough to the point where they still have some subplots to go through in this film, while it still feels like they've learned some things from the original. So basically, this is a sequel done right in every respect, and it can often make the world, forgive the term, more bearable to watch these. I give Paddington 2 a 9 out of 10. See you next time.